Welcome to the e-learning lesson for occupational health, environment and safety. Let us learn about discrimination today. Let's take a look at the key learning objectives of this lesson. After completing this lesson, you will be able to explain discrimination, list the various bases of discrimination, describe the effects of discrimination, demonstrate ways to prevent discrimination. Let us first understand what discrimination is. Click each image to know more. It is any unfavorable distinction based on bias regarding race, age, caste, color, disability, or sex. It is an unjust distinction leading to occupational differentiation or salary or wages differentials at work. The various factors of discrimination are as follows. Click each quadrant to know more. Age. Age discrimination involves treating someone less favorable because of his or her age. It is usually directed towards old, above 40 years people. It adversely affects hiring, firing, pay, job assignments, promotions, etc. Gender. It involves treating someone unfavorably because of his or her gender or orientation. An employee may be discriminated against by an employer not hiring or promoting, unequally paying, or wrongfully terminating an employee based on his or her gender. Usually, women are discriminated as they are assumed to be the weaker sex. Physical, mental disability. Discrimination against qualified people with disabilities in favor of people who are not is called ableism or disableism. Religion. It is treating a person or group differently because of what they do or do not believe or because of their feelings towards a specific religion. Religion. It is treating a person or group differently because of what they do or do not believe or because of their feelings towards a specific religion. Race, color. It implies differentiating individuals on basis of real and perceived racial differences or treating someone unfavorably because of skin color complexion. Pregnancy. It involves treating a woman applicant or employee unfavorably because of pregnancy, childbirth, or a medical condition related to pregnancy or childbirth. Effects of discrimination is twofold. It impacts the workplace and people adversely. Click on each hotspot to know more. It has the following impacts on people. Physical, headaches, insomnia, stress, etc. Emotional, anger, depression, fear, etc. Social, alcohol, drug use, abuse, withdrawal, etc. Career, low performance, loss of job, etc. At workplace, it leads to increased absenteeism, reduced productivity, high employee turnover, legal cases, bad public image. At workplace, it leads to increased absenteeism, reduced productivity. In order to prevent discrimination, we can take the following steps. Develop anti-discrimination policies and procedures manual at workplace. Implement equal opportunity policy. Equal opportunity policy provides all employees with equal rights to get recruited, equal pay, promoted, etc. based on their qualification and performance. Create diverse work groups so that we learn to respect them all. Implement specific procedures for complaint solution regarding discrimination. Confront and resolve discrimination the moment it occurs. Make workplace accessible for persons with disabilities. Various laws have been formulated to curb discrimination at work. Click each image to know more. The Equal Remuneration Act 1976. It provides for payment of equal remuneration to men and women workers for same work or work of similar nature and for the prevention of discrimination against women in matters of employment. Industrial Employment Standing Orders Act 1946. It requires an employer to provide for appropriate means of redressal of complaints of workers against unfair treatment which may result from discrimination. The Maternity Benefits Act 1961. It was enacted with respect to employment of pregnant women in establishments and to provide for maternity and related benefits. The Act protects women from dismissal while on maternity leave. Persons with Disabilities, Equal Opportunities, Protection of Rights and Full Participation Act 1995. It states to provide equal opportunities in education, employment, social security, and an unbiased atmosphere for the disabled. The Sexual Harassment of Women at Workplace, Prevention, Prohibition and Redressal Act 2013. It seeks to provide a safe, secure and enabling environment from all forms of sexual harassment to every woman irrespective of her age or employment status.
Direct discrimination is when someone is treated less favourably than someone else because of a protected characteristic.
Loads of work stuff gets talked about after work, over a drink. And I was brought up not to drink, so, I don't go to pubs.
I know she fits the spec, and I know you want to employ more women, but can we be practical for a moment? Now, I've got 2 of my best people off on maternity leave right now. 2. Now, the last thing I need is another woman who might go and get pregnant.
Indirect discrimination is when a rule or policy that applies to everyone puts a certain group at a disadvantage.
So, it looks like we all think the strongest candidate is...
the chap who's done a year at Foley's.
Leo Cohen.
Yeah, but we can't use him because of the Friday problem.
Well, it seems a shame not to be able to give him the job just because we have management meetings on Friday afternoons and he's asked to be able to get away early.
Well, Friday evenings are important for Jewish people. At least he was upfront about it.
Yeah, but that's when the meetings are. We've tried other days, it just doesn't work.
But it seems a shame.
Well, it does. We can't change the whole system just to accommodate one junior manager. So, let's take another look at the guy with the engineering degree.
Discrimination by association is direct discrimination towards an individual because they are associated with someone who has a protected characteristic.
It was totally out of order saying something like that. Yes, my sister's gay, but he was implying all sorts of things. I want something done about it. There's a law against this now.
Harassment is unwanted conduct which has the purpose or effect of violating a person's dignity or creating an intimidating, degrading, humiliating, or offensive environment.
There was quite a few times when he'd invite himself out to lunch with me, or he'd wait for me after work and hang around just so he could walk to the tube station with me. There wasn't really anything specific at first. He just wouldn't leave me alone. And we worked together, so, you know, I tried to be nice to him, but, you know, keep it professional, but I really didn't do anything to encourage him.
Victimization is where someone is treated badly because they have made or supported a complaint under the Equality Act.
Oh, I'm sorry, Tanya. I'm sorry I caused offence. Sorry that you're such a delicate and fragile creature that you fall apart the moment someone lets slip the occasional expletive. I mean, for goodness sake, did you really think this was the time to talk about this? When we're all under pressure to hit our targets? I can't believe you honestly thought that this was important enough to warrant a meeting. You need to take a long, hard look at your priorities, girl.
Discrimination by perception is direct discrimination of someone because others perceive them to have a protected characteristic, even if they don't.
She's young, she's free, she's good looking, but she never mentions men. And there's this girl, Jo, who calls her once, sometimes twice a day. Hello, this is Jo, is Hannah there? And you get the feeling like they're really close, and it makes you wonder.
In addition to our legal obligations, we all have a moral responsibility to make sure we behave in a way that does not create an intimidating, degrading, humiliating, or offensive environment for the people around us.